Akon. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hi, I'm Dr. Felice, and if you're listening to this video, you probably just hurt your hip. And we're gonna go over 3 ways to self-assess and kind of check in to see what is going on with the hip. So one of the first things that we do is called hip 90-90. So you wanna get your body into a position where you're upright. You bring your knee down this way. So you're externally rotating here and then internally rotating here. So just be mindful that just even getting into this position might be a bit uncomfortable. So if that's the case, you might need to bring your leg up a little bit forward, or with this leg, even bending the knee or kind of keeping it a little straight might be a little bit more comfortable for you. So first, just assuming the position, keeping your hands on the ground. You can go ahead and try to lift that back leg, bring the leg forward, and then back again. If this feels okay, see if you can progress to this position. So sometimes if the hip is activated, you're not gonna be able to do that. And so what I recommend is keeping the hands down, and then maybe you just start with one of these here. And that's your assessment, because you can't lift your leg here. Maybe you're stopped there, or maybe for you, it's this right here, and you just don't have the strength to lift your leg up. So your assessment is just gonna be here, and then you're gonna go in a pain-free range, not necessarily kicking the leg out forward, maybe just stopping in the back. Let's go into the second way to assess the hip. We're gonna look at a squat. So from here, you want your feet to be about hip width apart. You're gonna go ahead and keep yourself upright. You wanna bring the arms forward. You're gonna drop down and then stand up. So I'm gonna go full range. I don't have any pain in my hip, but in the past, when I have injured it, or when I've worked with patients that have injured their hip, maybe their squat looks a little bit like this. Off to the side, you're kind of favoring the leg that doesn't hurt, taking the weight off the one that does hurt. So kind of look for these things if you're shifting or if the knees are collapsing inward. You want to try to bring those legs down to the side and then standing up. If this hurts, watch your range. So if it hurts to come all the way down here, you're going to go about halfway, and that's your assessment in that position. All right, so the next self-assessment that you can do, and you can do this in front of a mirror, is looking at yourself in the mirror and doing a single leg balance. You're gonna go ahead and lift the other leg. First, you're checking to see if you're actively able to lift that leg, or maybe for you, you're down here, or you feel the discomfort here and your hip starts to go out this way, right? So what we're looking for is, can you bring that knee to hip level? Can you keep the knee straight and then maintain your balance without falling? If this feels okay, you're gonna go ahead and close your eyes and then try it with your eyes closed. Takes a little bit more effort, but you can check for what's called proprioception, meaning are the receptors in the joints firing as they should. So how do I know if my hip is not passing this test, let's just say? Again, can you lift that leg up? Maybe you're doing a little bit of this, or you can't even hold yourself balanced. So these are some ways that you can take a look to see if your hip is feeling good or if there's something going on. All right, so we're gonna move into exercises that we can do to increase mobility of the hip and decrease pain. So the first one we wanna do is called a quadruped rock. So you're gonna place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, keeping your back nice and straight. You're gonna try to sit back and rock forward. Look for areas where it may be painful. So if that's right here, you're gonna stay in that range. Next, we're gonna do adductor rocks. So this is looking at, again, mobility of the hip and also checking the inner thigh muscle. So hands are gonna be underneath your shoulders. You're gonna rock back and forward. You can tuck the back toe under as you're doing this as well. Just make sure you don't round your back on the way back. Keep your back nice and flat. Next exercise we're gonna do is a bridge. You're gonna place your block, or you can have a pillow or a towel in between your legs. Heels are gonna stay down, arms are gonna be down by your side. You're gonna lift up, squeeze and engage your glutes, and then come down. Use your arms to help you press into the ground. Lift up, hold for 2 seconds, and then come back down. This next movement is actually more of a stretch. It's called a figure 4 stretch. So you're gonna lie on your back. Try to bring your ankle on your opposite leg. Drop that knee down into the available range of motion that you have. So you're just gonna hold your hand there. If you want a deeper stretch, you can straighten this leg out and then drop that hip. If you have your block close by, you can use the block
to kind of help you work your way down. So put the block a little higher, and as you get more range, lower the hip and hold that. And then you'd want to do the same thing on the other side. Start right here, and then to deepen into your stretch, straighten the leg and bring the hip out to the side.
This next exercise is called an assisted squat. So if you're having pain, you might notice that even sitting down might be a little bit uncomfortable, or again, you're shifting your weight over to the other side. So this will help you keep the weight even on both sides. You'll hold on to something. You want to keep yourself upright, and then you're going to walk your hands down to a range of motion that feels comfortable for you, keeping the knees out, and then work your way back up. As you feel a little bit more comfortable doing this, less pressure on the hands, and then push your legs coming up. But to start, keep holding on to whatever surface you have available, and then work your way down. As far as dosing with these, I would recommend doing about 2 sets of 10 to start. See how your body feels, make sure that you're relaxing as you're going through it, and then let your body guide you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us.